Cambodia is blessed with some of the most fascinating temples ever made by humankind. A rich and successful empire flourished here between the 802 and 1431. Its capital, Angkor, was dotted by amazing temples of incredible sizes and artistic and architectural complexity. It took us 3 days to visit the most important 10 temples in this incredible site, so follow us in the discovery of this astonishing place. Let's start with the Angkor Wat.
But no, it was the center of the Khmer Empire, so of course it was...
Yeah. This stunning building is the well-known Angkor Wat, the biggest religious building in the world. The day before we explored the area around it, and when the sun was setting we found a very cool spot.
Insects, animal. There's plenty, but it sounds like a music you would hear in an horror film. In front of us we have the moat that surrounds this semi-island where the Angkor Wat is. In that island over there, which is a squared island, kind of. It's not an island, it's because it's connected to the mainland in the east and the west. There's the famous Angkor Wat, beyond those trees over there. And all this water surrounding the Angkor Wat is the moat, which is in Hinduism is the symbol of the ocean that surround the Mount Meru. Indeed, we saw one already. Where? Anna, where? Where did we see one of this moat?
Where?
In a much smaller scale.
Mizon?
No. In Ek Phnom, near Battambang.
Oh, yeah.
There was, and today we are basically behind the Angkor Wat in a place that tourists won't see, I think. We took a small street, a small path, hidden. We kind of lost ourselves and eventually we end up here. So, yeah.
Built as a Hindu temple by Suryavarman II in the 12th century, at the peak of the success of the empire, the Angkor Wat shifted to the Buddhist faith at the end of the same century. The temple is made of few concentric square sections, all planned meticulously with strong religious symbolism. Unlike all the other Khmer temples, the entrance of the Angkor Wat faces west, and this is still a matter of debate among historians.
The capital, the Angkor, the whole city was the house of almost 1 million people. And an idea of the size of this huge metropolis in its day is that just 12,000 people were in charge of the maintenance and the religious practices in the Angkor Wat, which gives you an idea of the magnificence of this ancient capital.
Every single wall of the Angkor Wat is decorated.
The Angkor Wat is entirely decorated by incredible bas-reliefs.
Angkor Wat is full, it's decorated by amazing carved stones all over his body, bas-reliefs. But sometimes you see something that doesn't really look made by the Khmer. You know, you see the difference between the two styles. I don't think that this elephant was made by a Khmer sculpture, you know.
In particular, the long galleries surrounding the core areas of the temples are adorned by scenes taken from Hindu mythology, aiming to show the power of the monarch.
In this gallery, in this 48 meters long gallery, is depicted an amazing episode of the Mahabharata story, which in the Hindu mythology is a famous battle, the Battle of Kurukshetra. I'm not wrong, Kurukshetra. This battle was fought between two sides. Pandavas, indeed, with all the Pandavas are on the right side, and the Kauravas on the left side. You see this harsh battle between these two parts, eventually won by the Pandavas on the right. Indeed, also because they were under the protection of Shiva, and that you can see it on the right corner. It's divided in 3 horizontal sections. The bottom, you see musicians and infantry. In the middle section, you have an archbald, you have chariots, horses, elephants, and on the top often you see the leaders, generals on both sides of the battle. This is the General Bhisma, killed by countless arrows shot by the General Aruya of the Pandavas army. And indeed here you can see that he's laying dead, of course, on top of the spears of his soldiers. It's just wow. On this section of the Angkor Wat, which is 90 meters long, it's pretty big, we see Suryavarman II, the king that built these amazing temples. Now, as you can see, he is shadowed by 15 parasols. The rank of a general or an important person is given by the numbers of parasols. So the more parasols somebody would have, the more important the person would be. And of course, who has more parasols than everyone? The king, in this case, Suryavarman II. On this section, we see a huge parade, a huge show of strength of the king, Suryavarman II. Probably, since he built this amazing palace, this amazing temple, he also wanted to show his power to the next generation as well, because we can already see it, we can still see nowadays, And here we see him depicted on the top of an elephant, covered by many parasols, as many as possible. And what's curious is here the image of a Vishnu with 4 arms, which rides a Garuda, the mythic character that in Hindu mythology is half man, half bird. And always on the southern section, here we have a depiction of the hell and heaven in the Hindu mythology. The hell, Inferno, in particular in the lower part, I think it's called AVC. Yeah, and you see the kind of torture that the sinners experience in hell, according to the sins that they made in life. Yeah, something that we find pretty similar also in a Christian religion, right? Here they've been beaten by iron sticks, hanged on by their feet on trees, and then hit by iron sticks, as a torture. Here, as you can see, he's taking a sinner and he threw it into boiling water as a torture, one of the torture in hell. Here they've been burned alive. This is both the body of the sinners. These are all the flames. The churn of the Sea of Milk, one of the most important myths in the Hindu mythology. In this myth, it produced the Amira, the water of the eternal life. Now, to produce the Amira, the production of Amira is made by churning the Mount Mara. Now, the rope that is used to churn the mountains is actually a snake. It's the famous Naga. And this huge snake is pulled by 92 asuras, as you can see here, and on the other side the tail is pulled by 88 devas. For years they've been pulling and trying to extract this Amrita. Keep pulling and pulling until the mountains start to sink in the ocean. Well, then Vishnu intervenes and turns into a tortoise, a huge tortoise called Kurma, and avoiding the mountain to sink, allowing the production of the Amrita. And by this movement again, we can see on top the release of all these goddesses, Apsaras, which start to emerge from the churning of the mountain.
Unable to visit the central sector on the first day, we came back to visit it on the second.
Hello, hello. Second day of visit of the temples, and today we welcome you in the Vravinsuloka. And you might think, what is the Vravinsuloka? Still the Angkor Wat. Still, the Vravinsuloka is the original name of the Angkor Wat, which means the Vishnu dwelling. And today, while getting inside the temple, we notice some ancient inscription here. The language, the writing system of the Khmer Empire was originally Sanskrit, especially in the pre-Angkor period, so before 805 AD, when Jayavarman II founded the kingdom. Before, especially, was Sanskrit, but then the writing system developed and became the ancestor of the modern Khmer language. And also another thing which is curious, you see also some old inscription. It's always bad to see like a description, but these date back to 1905, which show actually that even after the Khmer Empire, this place was still experiencing a lot of history, although it was almost abandoned for hundreds of years. Okay, so yesterday, unfortunately, we didn't have the opportunity to reach the upper part of the Angkor Wat, the highest tower, but today, unfortunately, we bought 3 days, so today we're going to have the chance to visit the central and most important part of the temple, the one that symbolizes Mount Meru, the center of the universe. In the kingdom of Suryavarman II, this was the center of the universe. See, the Buddha, protected by the Naga. The Naga, this 7-head snake, 7 heads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a broken one, yeah, which actually, according to the Buddhist mythology, when Buddha was walking and was caught into a storm, the snake, Naga, came to protect him from the rain. And that's why we see it often. In this case, you see the hands like this when it's sitting in the lotus position with the hands like this is in the meditation state. According to the position of the hands, there's a different meaning. Amazing. The central tower was also, or better known as the Bakan, or Bakan, I don't know how it's pronounced, was once the center of this Hindu temple. That's why before it's believed to have hosted a statue of Vishnu, the god of which the temple is dedicated to. Then after his kingdom, and more recently Angkor Wat became one of the most important places for the Buddhist pilgrimage. That's why nowadays we see many Buddha statues over it. That's it, Baga.
Angkor Wat was astonishing, but we still have 9 temples to visit. The next one will be the Bayon Temple, famous for its iconic sculptured faces.